Daily Tech News with Alan Smithson.
Good morning and welcome to Daily Tech News. My name is Alan Smithson. Today is Wednesday, June 5th. There's a lot to cover today, but the real heart of today is that NVIDIA is literally crushing it. They have gone on an exponential tear, and their new chipsets, their new processors, their new GPUs are like nothing you've ever seen, and it's getting absolutely incredible. So let me just share this with you, and we'll get into it. Okay, so first things first. Jensen Huang, CEO of NVIDIA, is giving a presentation here at their keynote. And the idea here is he's showing off some of the new GPUs, and he shows the previous. I'll just play the video.
And there's this confusion about what NVIDIA does. How is it possible that NVIDIA became so big building GPUs? And so there's an impression that this is what a GPU looks like. Now, this is a GPU. This is one of the most advanced GPUs in the world, but this is a gamer GPU. But you and I know that this is what a GPU looks like. This is one GPU.
Obviously.
Ladies and gentlemen, DGX GPU. This is Blackwell. This is the most complex, highest performance computer the world's ever made. This is the gray CPU. You could see each one of these Blackwell dies, two of them connected together. It is the largest die, the largest chip the world makes. And then we connect two of them together with a 10 terabyte per second link. You see our the computational, the flops, the AI flops for each generation has.
This is smashing Moore's law.
Increased by 1,000 times in 8 years. And whenever we bring the computation high, the thing that happens is the cost goes down. Pascal would have taken 1,000 gigawatt hours. 1,000 gigawatt hours means that it would take a gigawatt data center. The world doesn't have a gigawatt data center, but if you had a gigawatt data center, it would take a month. If you had a 100 megawatt data center, it would take about a year. And so nobody would, of course, create such a thing. And that's the reason why these large language models, ChatGPT, wasn't possible only 8 years ago.
All right, so NVIDIA is building new chipsets. What can you do with those chipsets? This is what you can do with that. This is not a camera. This is a render of a human face. Look at the sweat dripping down. Look at the reflections, the rain. Just look at it again. This is a render. Unbelievable quality. And that, you want to see some more? Let's see this. Okay, so here's some other renders from that show, look at this. That's a render. This is a render. I thought that one was pretty cool. Oops. All right. What else we got here? Look at this. These are renders. This is what you can do when you have ultra high performing GPUs. And so if you want to learn more about NVIDIA, their entire keynote here.
Get in the rhythm.
We're 2 weeks away from it. You guys can go really, really make it great.
We should take a swing at it.
Yeah, that's the plan.
I think we need to get daily status on that animation.
Can you mute since I hear myself? Sorry.
What's the drop date for all the videos?
It needs to be done on the 28th.
That's the intro to their keynote at Computex 2024 that just happened. I will put the link in there so you can watch the entire thing. Wow, it's just unbelievable what's happening in processing power. Okay, what can you do that? Then what happens then? So the CEO of Zoom thinks that you're going to be able to clone yourself and have your AI show up to meetings. So are we just going to have our AI meet? Just, you know what? Why don't you book a time with me? My AI will meet with your AI, and then we'll just sort it out. This is the world we live in now. We're this close to being freed from all the meetings. Is that really a thing? Are we going to have no meetings? And then real humans can get together in person and give each other hugs. I don't know. In an age of exponential AI and autonomous systems, do we humans just become more human and hang out with each other more? I don't know. All right. To show you how insane this whole data center boom is, here's a chart. Check it out. This is the private spending on computer, electronic, and electrical manufacturing, construction, and over time. So in 2024, you can see $131 billion went into building new data centers. And by 2030, It's estimated between 8 and 10% of the entire world's power will be spent on data centers. That is an enormous amount of power being spent on data. We have truly entered the Novacene era, which is the era after Anthropocene. Anthropocene was the era where we built things, we built physical things, cities, and Novacene is when we build the world of data. So we're entering into the Novacene era. There's a book called Novacene by James Lovelock. It's a very short read, but very impactful, and it has had an impact on my life, so I would recommend it. Okay, so what else can you do with this? This is a college. Mute that. It's a college class, and people are just recording the lecture, putting it in, and it's giving them all their notes. So you don't have to take notes anymore. It can summarize, can give you flashcards, quizzes. This is really, really cool. It's called Coconote. That's cool. So yeah, well, that's some of the things you can do with the newfound processing power of the cloud. Okay, so if you find yourself like overwhelmed by AI, which sometimes I do as well, I'm trying to keep up with this stuff every single day. This is a cheat sheet, and check it out. This is really, really cool. They've got let me get rid of that. Oops, open this here. All right, so they've got capabilities of GPT-4o, must-watch TED Talks on AI. So there's links to this. I will put the link in the chat as always, and in the comments of the YouTube video. Make sure you hit subscribe because it really helps the channel. But top free courses on AI, top GPTs for business, top 21 tools for any purpose, top prompt techniques, AI tools to start a business, unlocking business potential, and so on and so forth. This is a really, really great resource, and I will put the link in there so that you'll have access to it as always. And yeah, we'll go over here, introducing Aurora, the first large-scale foundational model of the atmosphere. The idea here is that they're able to map out our atmosphere, and this will help us with climate change, mitigate climate change, really understand the world that we live in, because, you know, we have a lot of data, but it's not perfect. And using these large language models and inference models to create a better view of the world will allow us to solve bigger challenges in the future. And I think this is really cool. Speaking of challenges and space, there is a space flight launching today from Cape Canaveral, I believe. And yep, Cape Canaveral. And it will launch shortly. There's actually a live video. So let's go to live.
Be able to ferry astronauts to and from the International Space Station.
So if you want to watch this live, it's counting down from 30. So in 30 minutes, those people in those suits will be rocketed into space, provided there is no scrubbing of the thing. So that is NASA and Boeing Starliner.
Now
you're going to do a test flight launching with astronauts.
30 minute
RC, conduct weather briefing on Channel 8 Weather Conference Net.
Roger.
Arm control, start arm.
How cool is that? So you can watch that live today. I'll put the link in the chat. But that has been Daily Tech News for today. I know it's not a lot, but it's a lot. So enjoy, have a great day, and let's make this world space bound.